on Fridays, and I can never go because I work. I could come after, but I could never participate in the tournaments.
But see, it's like you commentate to babies because they're not familiar with the lingo, so you have to explain stuff, you know, because they're trying to get into the game themselves.
Yeah.
So it's not the same thing as if we're commentating here. Like, I have to explain what I mean by ledge drop. It's when you drop from the ledge.
So Fairlines taking a serious percent lead with those, mostly those tilt combos. 2 back airs, goes for 3. Will not get the third one.
Well, keep commenting.
What? Okay. So as I said, Fairlines getting a serious advantage in percent. Goes for bouncing fish. The air dodge coming in right on time for Khal. A fair that will not be quite enough to kill. Okay, now Khal has a chance to get some damage of his own, but Vanish will flip him there. He is not going to die for that just now. Khal actually doing a very good job of this. Come on, man! Fairline's actually refusing to die currently.
Hey, hey, hey!
So, I've heard you were actually forced to do this with me, so I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. I mean, I know Goldark doesn't like that matchup, but whatever. I think it's pretty cool. There's so much stuff happening in every match, and since it's both characters tickling each other, there's gonna be a lot of mind games, micro spacing and stuff that's gonna change a lot in the match in the long term, because the sets usually ends up being up to game 5.
Yeah, but I remember the first sets between Khal and Fairlines, like way back when the old venue, like they always went to game 5 when Khal started Bayonetta. It was such a long set to watch every single time, but nowadays it's way more entertaining to watch, I have to say. It's evolved to a point where so much more things are going on at the same time.
Yes. And now, Fairlines are with a bit of a lead. I mean, this is the thing about those characters, they don't kill at all. It makes it hard.
Well, Bayonetta has that. Well, it's not really a problem because Bayonetta has other ways to kill, namely back air, but and that forward throw at later percents. But Bayonetta either kills super early or super late, I feel like.
Yeah, well, if she gets a good setup, she's gonna kill you early. But it's the same thing with Sheik. If she gets a really strong setup, finishing with a bouncing fish on stage, your stock is gone, man. It's the same thing with Bayo. If you get that crazy combo with those up Bs really high up the top, you're gonna get the kill quite early.
Yeah, or the wish time, of course, which we see Khal preserving so dearly.
Oh, nice! Yeah, it went straight down that. Which time? Matt within. Sorry.
The back air's coming into play. Well, gets the witch time. Will that be enough? I think it will. Okay, barely at 88, but a lot of rage on Bayonetta. That was a sick witch time. Covering the bouncing fish.
Goes to Khal. Making the comeback. We thought Fairlines had this, but it feels like Khal just played a little bit more safe than Fairlines, and he got baited.
Well, that was an offensive recovery coming from Fairlines, who unfortunately he's playing against a Bayonetta who is going to be able to stuff it with that witch time and convert it into a kill, even if you are not that high of a percent. So
yeah, doing bouncing fish up to the ledge is a little bit greedy. It can work sometimes, but usually it's better off to do it as a whiff punish. If you see someone throw a move before you even do anything, go for bouncing fish, but it's like doing it raw like this, I feel it's too predictable. And as a as a player that plays a lot versus Fairlines, I kinda always hope he does it, because I know it's a free punish.
Yeah. Khal getting something started. Unfortunately, misses that side B. That could have been a stock. Fairlines able to escape once again. Doesn't get the bouncing fish once again.
Oh, that'll be coming out.
Like the trump did not even matter there. Sheik didn't have time to go for that back air. That up B was already out.
It comes out very nice, and the hitbox is huge.
I've noticed when I was playing against Prismatic, I think a couple weeks back when he was trying out Bayonetta, it also does not trade. Like if you hit up B, you get.
It's super hard to beat.
Yeah.
The only way I've managed to beat it once was doing down air on it, above it.
Okay,
and I had
from
to
above.
I had to be straight above it. And it was the only time I ever beat it that move straight up. So you need a pretty huge hitbox. And I don't think from the side it's possible. Wow, okay.
Yeah, but if you extend your hurt box into the hitbox, you straight up lose, I think.
Yeah. And most characters does it. I mean, the hitbox are programmed that way. Okay, Khal escaped with the side B. Ooh, spooky.
So Bayonetta living at those crazy high percents.
Oh!
Will it kill? Really? Okay, it did.
Yeah, I don't think the UR is perfect there.
The rapid jabs.
Oh, he's off stage. That's scary. He could convert into a really big combo.
Oof. Air dodge right past that forward smash. Fortunately for him, I think he was close enough to the blast zone where, okay, maybe not at a high enough of a percent, but he was very close to the blast zone. That could have been potentially very dangerous.
Oh yeah. If he converted really hard, he could have been complete stuck. This is okay. This is a huge trap. When you get hit by Bayo and she combos you, don't try to punish her land if you won't have time. If she did the combo, you won't have time, and you'll just end up being reset. That's what she wants. She wants you to go on her shield, and then she just hug the other shield and punish you again. Just land away, respect the fact that she comboed you, and start the neutral again.
Yeah. Despite Bayo's neutral not being terrible, I think in that matchup Sheik has the upper hand in the neutral.
Yes, she does have the control. She decides the pace of the match. She decides who approach and who doesn't. And Needles is a huge control tool. If Bayo takes too much time to wait and bait, she's gonna rack up percent and get her setups. So Bayo is forced to commit to something up to some point. It's like, it's a huge game of patience. And oh my god, like I said, this is a huge game of patience. If you go for those crazy setups, it won't work. Because the two characters are too safe.
And of course it is Khal and Fairlines we're talking about. These two are so proficient with their characters that every time they punish a mistake, you can end up 30% I or something on your character.
Yeah, they're gonna pull out some crazy combos.
We've seen Fairlines earlier just take stocks out of nothing, so. So we are gonna see FD. I'm not surprised by that pick, but I don't think Khal minds. Of course, this is Fairline's favorite.
It does make Khal uneasy to play the neutral since he has to struggle with the needles. He has no platforms to retreat when he needs to, and controls a huge amount of the pace of the match. Oh, and a huge opening coming out from Fairlines, having a lot of control over Khal that is stuck on the ledge.
Big punish, only 20%. Oh, but it keeps on going. Big damage there.
Yeah,
Evens it right up.
Okay, there's him out. Now that's Khal in control. Let's see what he does with it. Okay.
Ooh, that could
Will
be
it
big.
Confirm? Barely lit.
I think Fairlines is actually pretty good at SDIing the DFPs because it's been a lot of times where I've seen him just fall downwards during DFPs, and Khal does not get his follow-ups.
So I think this is a weight thing. If you're a fast follower, you have to SDI down. And if you're a bully, you have to SDI up. And Fairlines is SDIing down just to get out. I mean, pretty standard stuff, but it's like you have to do it or else you're gonna get fumbled pretty hard.
Oh yeah, and lose your stock off the top at like 16.
Oh, nice. Trying to go for down tilt up air. I respect it.
Goes for those back airs. Fairlines so far not falling for them. That is for sure going to seal the stock. Gets the Yubby out of shield. This could be big.
He gets.
Ooh, he gets clipped like just the heel of the foot.
Yeah, the last bit.
I'm surprised it's still killed because I thought there was at some point going to be a weak hitbox or something at the end of the move. Turns out there's not.
It's a pretty strong move all the way through. I think it's like it's positive on shield if you do the last hit. It's pretty nice.
Like way close to the ground.
If you do the up air and hit the last hit, it's safe on shield because it's still as strong as the early hit. It's kind of awkward because you're used to see.
Oh, that's gonna be it.
That was nice. It's kind of awkward because you used to see up airs that starts from the front, like Falcons or Ganons, even all the Mario Brothers. But then you come to Bayo and it's the other way around. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, it's weird. But I mean, like Falcons and Ganon's up air have a late hitbox, or an early one. Is that it? I think they have like a weaker hitbox on their up air.
Yeah, it's the Tin Man, the Tin Man.
But Bayo.
Well, for Ganon that is. I think Falcon they removed it. I think it used to be used to have that hitbox, but I don't think he has it anymore. I think he removed that. Anyway. Oh, that would have been nice.
Fairline's so consistent with that nair. I think it's a pretty good option. It stuffs a neutral get up and jump get up. Right?
Yeah, and if you misses the timing, most of the time you'll be able to jab before the other. That was what was happening during my set versus him. He was doing nair, so I tried to time my neutral get up so the nair would end, and then I would get jabbed. And I was like, oh, okay, so it covers both.
Yeah, lots of the time. Also, when he played Leroux earlier, I noticed that he was about to get shield grabbed a lot, then he just jabbed out of the way. Like he landed with forward air or something right on Bowser's shield, and just when Bowser was about to grab Sheik, he was able to go for jabs and prevent that from happening.
Okay. Ooh, that's scary.
Such a close game still.
It all boils down really to the one that gets the first stock because the credit is gonna be huge, and the other loses the rage factor.
Yeah.
So it's even harder to kill. The one that gets the first stock usually ends up being in a huge lead.
But I think in that matchup, the battlefield choice is kind of like a double-edged sword. Like Bayo kind of struggled to kill a little bit,
Yes.
but I think it's the same way around for Sheik.
Oh
Khal.
wow, that did it. Any other character would have got caught.
Maybe not Mewtwo.
Maybe not. That's true. Well, I guess it's mostly because he would have been too loaded to get hit.
But I mean, if the hit was to connect, I think that Mewtwo's air dodge is kind of ridiculous in that regard.
I think it's frame 3 or 4, something like that. It's pretty dumb, yeah.
Forward throw, not doing it. See, this is where Battlefield actually comes into play for both of them because the throw from Bayonetta is not going to kill just, well, now it probably will kill now that she's at full rage, but Khal is going to have to find a back air or something to kill. Oh, he's gonna find that back arrow, right?
And he's still sitting at full rage. Oh, nice. Try to go for F smash, using the invincibility just to get something low. But now he's getting opened up and stuck in the corner. Neither himself out. That's pretty good.
Goes for down throw. Will not find anything out of it, fortunately. Or Khal putting on some work on that second stock already.
Oh! Waits the spot dodge and goes for up tilt, which is a huge punish for Bayo.
Khal is figuring out everything that Fairlines throws at him. He's gonna go for up throw. Not quite getting the up air he wants. Even at 170% at up throw sent Bayo nowhere.
That's kinda dumb. Oh, F tilt, okay.
F tilt not quite killing. Fairlines is gonna have to mount an incredible comeback if he wants that game 5 so bad. The pummels, maybe trying to set up just F tilt at this point as a last resort kind of thing.
Yeah, he's kind of struggling right now, and Khal, if he gets another hit, it's gonna get even worse for Fairlines. Oh my god! Oh, he tried to go for the little mix-up there. Since back air is safe on shield, sometimes they do back air into witch time, because if Fairlines would have reacted out of shield and thrown out of food, there's no move in the game that can come out before the witch time. So yeah, basically it's a huge bait. Oh, gets it.
So we're gonna see that set end in 4 games, and I am gonna have to leave you to this. I'll be back next week. My school semester will